Welcome, man. It's actually great to talk to you, my man. It's great to talk to you.
Hey.
Thanks for doing the interview, dude.
Nah, you're welcome.
No, I really just want to say
me.
I really do appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much. I know we like kind of don't know each other like too well. But you know, when you kind of gave me that stream together thing, man, I'm not gonna lie. I told you, dude, I was like mad nervous because I get a lot of people trolling me, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said to the stream earlier, what you said to me about taking risks, like you got to take that risk if we want to make it in content creation and streaming, it really stuck out to me. So I thought I'd just have like a great conversation with you. So I kind of have I kind of have like a little introduction for you. I've been watching your content like a lot. I've probably watched at least half of your videos on YouTube and watching the streams, trying to show as much love as possible.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. So we got ItzRaggyy here today. Welcome. He is a up and coming streamer, content creator. I saw your account. It's pretty new, you know, and you haven't made too many videos. So it's like already popping off in the content space. Coming in, you got a bunch of pretty awesome videos so far. You do a lot of content creation when it comes to reactions. You got a lot of W&L community side of streaming. And I just want to say welcome. Congratulations on hitting 1,500 Twitch followers.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, my man. So I like to kind of start this stuff off just saying, you know, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm doing good. I'm not like, to be honest, today was not like too crazy. Today was not too crazy, you know. Got a fresh lineup.
Let's go. Looking fresh.
Yeah. Nah, today was actually nothing. It wasn't bad. I mean, you know, I work in IT, so it's like,
oh, awesome.
Things can get really bad really quick, and it's not even like system structures or anything. It's just people. There's people like you know, people just want to make everything your problem at the very last minute, especially on a Friday.
Especially on a Friday.
So it's not bad. Today was not bad. I actually say I'm grateful for every day, genuinely.
100%.
But yeah, today was actually pretty good. How about you?
To be honest, I had a great Friday. I lucked out. Like, I work in supply chain, so I run like a little operation out like outside Chicago. So I've been blessed with just like a really chill, low shipment type of day. So it's like I got to kind of relax a little bit too, and couldn't be happier. Truly blessed, man. I know you kind of say this a lot. And are you a man of faith, right?
Yeah, I'm getting there actually.
As we all are, yeah.
Yeah, I told my chat recently. Like, I was always a person where like I knew that there was a higher up, but I was just being, you know, young and dumb, and I didn't want to like genuinely kind of cave in or anything like that. And honestly, a little bit of last year, but mainly this year, I've actually been praying a lot more.
I love that, bro.
And really, like recently, this is honestly so crazy. I was sitting here at, I think it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just sat at my desk. I took a prayer, and I basically just told God, just please, I'm giving you myself to fully guide me and lead me to wherever you think I need to be at. Whether if that's IT or streaming or whatever it is. I'm done playing as if like I don't believe enough in whatever, because I genuinely do. It wasn't even like, oh, people are doing this or that, you know, people believe in God, whatever. It was just, that is genuinely what was calling me that night, and I made that prayer, and genuinely everything has been so wonderful.
I love that so much, bro.
I'm not even kidding. Never been happier, never been, because, you know, I've been streaming every single day for the beginning of this year.
Man, you've been on that grind. I love that.
Yeah. So it's like, I have a vision, and a lot of my chat sees the vision. Obviously, my girlfriend sees the vision. And so sometimes, you know, you can't really vent to anybody, but my vent has recently been to God, and just my own thoughts and even just some of my moderators. So it's been helping a lot to get through all that.
Yeah, opening that dialogue to the Almighty, you know. And it's kind of funny that you say that, because this past year has been like my own spiritual journey as well. Like fully kind of went into Christianity, fully kind of went into, you know, praying every day, and, you know, just saying like you're blessed every day. Like I hear that in the streams, like, you know, it's such positive energy, and I'm such a magnet, you know, when it comes to positive energy. I love positive energy. I try to keep as many positive people around me. And it's just funny that you say that, because I've been finding a lot of people lately that have kind of started to open themselves up to God and the learning lessons and guidance, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're all lost, you know? Not everybody has it figured out. We're not perfect beings, and we can attempt to go to that perfection, right? We're always chasing perfection in the eyes of God, but we're never going to be there, right? We are not without sin. And I love that you've opened up that dialogue, man. Like, honestly, I really do. I think that's something that a lot of people are going through, or something that somebody is looking forward to, especially when you don't have anybody else, because we always have somebody, you know. And I love that, man. I really do. It makes me really geeked up, man. I love that, bro.
Appreciate it.
I know you say you've been
it's been nice.
Yeah, and you've said that you've kind of been, you know, moving and grooving, living life to the fullest, probably being the best person you can be. And, you know, you said you kind of have like a vision. So as a content creator, right, we work so freaking hard, man, especially when we working full time. Like, I've talked to a lot of, you know, part-time, full-time streamers and content creators with also a full-time job, because we haven't made that much money off this shit yet, right?
Yeah.
So what is kind of like that vision, bro? What is that vision that you're looking for? I'd love to have you tell me what your goals, ambitions, or vision is for what you got going on.
Okay, so oh man, it's so scatterbrained. Like it's
no, it's
everywhere.
Okay, brother. It's all good, brother.
So obviously my goals are to touch the top 1,000 leaderboard of Twitch.
Let's do it.
And I feel like that's very possible for, honestly, because honestly, the only way you can make it is you have to be delusional.
Yeah.
And I'm delusional. And I think that I can be that person to make it there, because especially for how many content creators that are out there that are degenerate.
Yeah.
And just constantly feed so much
negativity,
BS to the kids. It just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But the plan is obviously to reach the top 1,000 leaderboard. I mean, in another part of the blueprint is just being myself.
Mm-hmm.
One big key to that blueprint is streaming long.
Yeah.
Streaming long is not good. It's not good. It's just and this is coming from me, because I used to stream like 5, 6, 7 hours.
Yeah.
And
me too.
I was working my 8-hour job, and I just changed that the end of February. And so since me changing that, we've grown 500 plus followers just by changing just that aspect. And the average has gone up. But yeah, just, you know, it's all about trying to build that core community to get what you want, because to be honest, this is how the underground goes for streaming.
Yep.
You can collab with a bunch of small streamers and all other stuff, but at the same time, they may think they want to get out to the public, but they don't.
No.
So they're going to tell you they do, but sometimes they're going to trap you. They're going to make you feel closed in.
Yeah.
And I experienced that, and I did not like that at all. So I started branching out to other people. That's how I met you. That's how I met shout out White Dog.
Shout out
Johnny Punani. That's how I met these people, because it was like, there's so many other people on this platform that generally want what I want and what you want and everything else. So the only way to really get out there is obviously through connections. But at the same time, you can't be hungry, because you can be hungry, but you got to understand that you have to keep that bridge intact, because if you break that bridge, your entire business genuinely is done.
Yeah, it goes to risk. It goes to the barrel. Yeah,
so that's a part of my blueprint as well. It's just really connections.
Yeah.
But I'm very genuine with my connections because if I don't like you, if I don't mess with you, I literally will not talk to you.
Yeah.
For instance, there was this dude that there was a streamer. I'm not gonna say his name, well, because I also don't remember his name. But
Yeah.
he would like he has 15,000 followers.
Oh damn.
But
okay.
his viewership is less than mine, and I never have a problem with that ever. Because at the same time, it's like you can average 4 viewers, but you can be the best person in the world, and you just need a push.
Yeah,
you just need a platform. So that's never the case for me. But the issue is, he started off. He did exactly what I did to you, but in the worst way possible. He did the live chat or the sharing or whatever.
Okay.
And imagine I joined and I just started clowning you.
Yeah.
Called you all names, this or that.
I've had it happen.
And I don't know you. So it's like, but I know how to troll. And so it's like, my chat is a bunch of trolls, so I'm used to it. But coming from another content creator, gang, I don't know who you are. And so he kept doing it, and then telling me I have an ego, and it's like, that right there is where you burn a bridge. You burned a bridge before you even built it. That's crazy to me. Like, you can't, why would you do that?
Just someone trying to use you for views. Right?
Yeah. And it's crazy. It's like, bro, I average like at that time I was averaging like 10 viewers. So it's like, what do you want from me? It made me learn. Doesn't matter how much you have, as long as they can take, they will take.
They'll take. Yep.
So
I felt that so hard in this community, man. I've had so many other instances streaming with other people, and it just doesn't work out sometimes. You know, some people are just mad toxic. They're not meant to be in that streaming circle. And, you know, I kind of wanted to bring it back a little bit to your community, man. I'm in your Discord. I'm in your streams a lot. Like, genuinely, I fucking love your community, bro. Like, they mad troll you, and it's funny, but it's not like disingenuous. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Which, it's crazy, right? Like, my community is very much based off like the 3 pillars I've been pushing since I kind of like rebranded and went a different, you know, mode. Like obviously you joined me during a Motivation Monday, and that's like the day that it's only positivity in chat. It's only trying to uplift others, solve problems, try to motivate everybody to be the best they can be. And the thing is, it's like, I've built my community based on those pillars. I've never had too much of like a troll because I had it so much when I was just starting out, and I would collaborate with other people, and it would always just turn toxic. So but just kind of like going back to your community, it's like, I love how your message is, because I've been in, I think it was a stream, it was like maybe a couple days ago, you were talking to the community about how you're trying to like set an example for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like not seeing all this BS, like not ruining people's day, like random ass people on the street live streaming, like the IRL people, stuff like that, just like ruining people's day. Like, I really resonated with that, and that's why I was really getting excited for this interview, because it's really hard to find a lot of genuine people on Twitch.
100%.
You know,
100%.
So elaborate on that. I'd love to like kind of hear what you had to say about like what your kind of like vision for what your content's kind of like transition into.
Like, you want the start of where I started, like, streaming and how we got to where we are?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so I've been streaming for, honestly, like, I think since 2022.
Okay.
But I was streaming in 2021 is kind of where it kind of started, but I don't really count that.
Yeah.
It was kind of Apex here and there. 2022 is when everything really kind of started to go, but I was under the alias. Not a lot of people are going to notice. So if later down the line this video comes back to me, I'm some insider tips, baby. Let's go. I love it. My alias at the time was X King Rags X Trash.
X King Rags X, got it.
Yeah, so that was my Twitch name, but I streamed Apex, and then I streamed it like almost, I wouldn't say every day, but I streamed it a lot.
Okay.
And I racked up like 600 hours in it. And I played with this dude named Earth at the time. And that was like my duo buddy to like streaming. And so when I stopped playing with him, you know how it is where you're playing with someone and that like that's like your that's your boy, and then you
Yup.
guys gotta stop playing, and it's kind of hard to continue streaming. So then I went into the realm of Rocket League because I've always played Rocket League anyway. So I was like, I'm just gonna do Rocket League.
Awesome.
I grew a lot from Rocket League to like 600 followers or something like that, 700, and I didn't like the community I built. The community that I built, because that's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was I wanted to react, and I wanted to do the variety streaming, but I had no clue how to do it. I had no clue.
It's
and honestly,
so
at the
challenging.
time, it was difficult at the time. All I had was Aiden Ross, but I can't get a rapper on stream.
Yeah, facts.
I can't do that. So it's like trying to figure that out and trying to find new streamers to watch and kind of learn. So anytime I would try to transition from Rocket League to reactions, I would play the game first. I'd get everybody in, 10, 12 people, boom, and then I would turn on a YouTube video and it would just disappear. I'd drop straight to 2 viewers.
Yep.
At the time, that's when I looked in and watched that viewers, and that hurt the most.
Yep.
I'm a big person on feedback also, but I cannot stand, it's like my biggest pet peeve is when someone gives me feedback after something has happened. Because it's almost like I understand, I lived it, I already learned from it, and it's like there's a difference between like, you know, communicating with me on the feedback, and then we can have a conversation about it, because then that's good, because that's constructive like criticism. I can take that. But when you're just like because I'm a person on my stream, if you haven't noticed yet, I will constantly ask for feedback
100%.
to make sure that it is what they are wanting, and I can gauge off of where to take it from then on. But there are a few times where they won't say anything, and some of my chatters will genuinely DM me or tell me in Discord, VC, literally something I asked them in the beginning of stream, and I have no clue what they're talking about, and they're going on and on and on, ripping me to shreds.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. And if you felt like that, then why didn't you say anything then? Oh, I didn't want to. But it was hard for me to transition, but I ended up taking a break. Now, a lot of people would genuinely say taking a break is probably the worst thing to do on Twitch.
But I think it's tough, man. Breaks are so tough. I've done the same. Yeah.
My break, and the reason why I took a break, and it was a year break, but with like here and there streams. But it was like a 10 month to a year break total, because I did not like that community. I wanted the community to genuinely forget me. Yeah. Honestly. And at that time, I think I switched my name in between, so it kind of worked. And I came back. You know, some of the OGs did return. Yeah. And I came back at the end of 2023, and then 2024 I started with 799 followers. And last year I was streaming January. I got banned in February.
Oh wow.
February, yes. I got banned in February because I was doing a group YouTube channel called Rock Paper Scissors with Jaggantech and Hattygate, 2 Rocket League streamers.
Okay.
We were going to go into, do you know Family Friendly? Do you know that YouTube channel, Family Friendly?
I might have I've probably seen clips, but doesn't right off the bat, probably not.
Crispy Concord? I don't know. Not my cup of tea. Yeah. I just told him I would do it because it's like, you know, it sounds fun. We were doing a Monopoly board or a bingo board, and I had to go in someone's chat and I had to get banned, and I had to get banned in their chat, in Twitch, their chat. Yeah. So obviously I'm trying my hardest to get banned in their chat. He did not like what I said, and his mod spam reported me. Next thing you know, I'm logged out of my Twitch. First off, getting banned is probably
the heart drop
feeling.
Worse.
Oh my gosh, they don't even give you a warning. They just sign you out, and you just are looking at the login or sign up.
Yeah, you can't access account. Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
And then I go to my email and it says 14 days.
Damn.
So taking the break, coming back, getting a good momentum to then getting banned for 14 days honestly hurt.
Yeah.
Then we fast forward, we're doing our thing, we're doing a good job. I'm still doing the YouTube channel thing with them. July. Or June hit. It was June. Okay. I got banned again in June. I get banned again in June, and it's still the same thing. It's offline chat. It's for the same reason, but it was for the Monopoly board. But I should not have got banned for this at all. I shouldn't have. But I don't even remember why that was for. I remember the first one, but I don't remember the second. And I was banned for 7 days though, and since then, I within that 7 day ban, I looked at my stats. I was analyzing like, why am I not growing? What am I trying to do? Where am I trying to go? And I looked and I was like, I'm not streaming enough. I don't have a schedule. I don't like schedules, honestly.
It's hard.
Like, there's just days where I don't like. If I say I want to stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I don't want to stream on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
On that particular week, it's like now I'm forcing myself.
Yeah.
So
content isn't organic and just bad attitude.
Exactly.
I get that 100%.
Exactly. So I told myself, July 1st, I'm going to stream every single day for the entire month of July.
Let's go.
I did that. That was the best month of my life. Literally, we went from like an average of 4 viewers from January up until June, all the way up to, I think, an average of 9 viewers. TikTok, we hit a total of 5.4 million views for that month.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was just like July was just that eye opener of this is actually possible. I just have to stay focused.
It's like you got some like July, feedback, right? Like you got a taste of like what it could be. Yeah. I love that, bro.
Yeah.
You said 5.4 million views.
Yeah. 5.4 million. Now, have I touched that recently? No.
Yeah.
TikTok is different.
It's a lot different now. Yeah. That's a huge thing. I mean, I think the most I've ever had in a month was I think around like 300,000. That's crazy, bro. Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. I'm be honest with you. I didn't think they were. I didn't think much of the videos.
Yeah.
And it's the videos that you don't think that much of it is just.
Yo, dude, that's so true.
It's just like when it happened. Actually, the way that it happened is I posted a video because it was me reacting to your rage. Like his essentials or something, and he said that he spent 25K on a dog, and my reaction was just crazy. I was like, 25K. I'm like,
that's 25 G's? What?
Yeah, I'm like 25K. That's insane. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, yo. So I'm editing this. I'm posting it, and I'm gonna be so for real. Like how I edit my clips now is so much better than before.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. I posted. I think it. And I posted at like 3 p.m. that day, and it like immediately hit 600 views, and then it stopped. So I didn't think much of it, and then it like slowly hit 20K for that rest of that day. I wake up, and it is at like 200,000.
Oh, that's so sick.
And my phone, I have mad notifications. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to clear my noties. Look too good.
It looks too good. That 99, bro. Like
it looked way too good. But it's like over the week or so, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, over the month, it was just consistently getting views and views and views and views. And it wasn't just that video, because that video got like 3 point something, another one got 1 point something. It was like in July I had 3 videos touch a mil.
That's so sick.
A mil plus, and then another like a 4th video that was in the 100,000s. But July was like the month of here's where you can be at. Here's a push, keep going. So I kept streaming every day in August, but I screwed myself.
Oh.
As you know, with content creation, it's really hard to balance life things.
Dude.
You can go to work and you can stream. That's simple. But if you want to go to work, work out, lose weight, and stream, now you have an entire quadratic formula sitting in front of you waiting to find X. So
the balance, dude.
I can't do that. And I was like, I'm going to go to the gym for 30 days straight.
Hey, let's go.
I only made it 3 weeks in. Now, 3 weeks straight of just the gym every single day. Proud of myself.
Yeah.
The reason why I stopped was numbers. It got to me again. And that is the biggest thing of my journey that I fully now understand, is like numbers will get to you no matter how small or big you are. because it's something that everybody wanted. But as I was doing it every day, and mind you, I was dual streaming.
Yeah.
I would go to the gym. After the gym, I was doing a desktop stream. So I wasn't like...
So you're streaming at the gym too?
Yeah, I was streaming at the gym.
Okay.
Live streaming at the gym, and I would end, and I would
go to desktop
like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'd go to desktop. I didn't have an IRL toolkit at the time, so it was like I was really banking off that they were going to stay. So, and they enjoyed it, but it's like it got repetitive, and I was like, you know what, it's not where I want to take it.
Yeah, I get you.
So I kept streaming every day. I think I streamed a total of 86 days straight, all the way up to like
that's so huge.
November, whatever. I don't remember when I stopped, but I took like a 2-day break because I needed a mental break, and I came back. And I honestly did not like the break. I couldn't stand the break.
I want to cut you off here, but I just got to say, streaming, and this is just for the viewers out there right now. Mm-hmm. I've also done streaks where I've streamed every day. Yeah. By the way, we don't make like crazy money. We have full-time jobs here, right? Yeah. Streaming every single day is very difficult. And I want to put the gravity of that. And this isn't like we make like an insane amount of money from streaming where it makes it feasible, right? We're going to work Monday through Friday, if not an extra day on overtime, coming here and trying to be like the most entertaining. Granted, I'm not saying it's like, hey, look at us, but I just want people to know like the gravity of being like essentially like a part-time streamer, trying to go full-time, trying to make it in this type of industry is super difficult. And the mental strain and that stuff happens, man. Like, I know how you feel. And then when you are doing it, and then it's like you miss a day, you miss like that 90th day, right? Yeah, oh my gosh. It's just like the anxiousness that flows over you. It's just like, oh my gosh, I lost my whole community. So keep going. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to just emphasize that because like it's not easy. This shit is not easy.
No, not at all. It's I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because the reason why I know how I'm doing it is I genuinely love it. Like I genuinely love it. But I broke my streak, and then came back after 2 days, and then I streamed like basically another 30 days in a row, and then. No, I streamed another 45 days in a row.
Let's go.
Going into the new year, and then I got sick. Now, I don't get sick often. Yeah. And I was genuinely sick. I tried to spark a IRL live stream in my bed just for 5 to 10 minutes every day, just so I could not break my streak. Yeah. And every time I did, I fell asleep.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't. And when I fall asleep, I would sleep for 8 hours. It was just bad. So I ended up breaking that streak, and my main thing this year was to stream every single day this year from the first to the end. But for my effort, and my girlfriend knows my effort of what I was trying to do when I was sick, I can't beat myself up about those 4 days because I technically in my brain I haven't missed a day because I've tried so hard to not miss those days on those 4 days.
It's that like blind ambition, you know?
Yeah, genuinely. And so, but I mean, now I am over 100 days. I have streamed over 100 days, even with the 4 days and without the 4 days.
Congrats, man. So, it's such a huge feat. It's such a huge feat, man. Kudos, bro.
Streaming 100 days. Thank you. Streaming 100 days.
And the way you stream too, bro, like I'm not joking. I be in your chat. I've been watching you like since you did that collab with me.
Yeah.
And like the way you stream too, it's like you put so much energy into your streams. Like, man, it's something. I look at that and I'm like, all right, how can I step my shit up too? You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I'm definitely not like an envious person, you know? And I look at a lot of content creators and I'm like, all right, they're doing this and it's working. How can I use this as well without stealing, you know? And I love your energy. And it's like something that I've been wanting to try to like adjust into my stream as well. So it's like the relationship I have with you isn't the most, you know, personal, but as I watch you grow, dude, I remember I saw you at like 1,100. I think it was like 1,100 followers, and then you're at like 1,500 like that. So obviously you're doing something right, you know?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing that I switched to bring in to really give people have people give me a chance is I also want to come back on the stealing part.
Of course.
So I want to reassure you for that. But one thing that's helped me is obviously, so on this board, I think you saw a long time ago, it said 2,000 followers, I'm gonna wax my legs.
Yeah, yeah. It was in your stream title too. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about it, nobody that follows me at 1,100, 1,200, 13, nobody ever is gonna see that.
Yep.
So I'm like, why don't I just make something that's instant that they can genuinely get a dopamine rush? And then while that happens, I showed them my personality.
Yeah.
And now that I locked them in, they read the title, I locked them in to being in there for however long it is. Now I have to keep my same energy that I've had for the whole stream to try to get them to come back. And I'm not gonna lie, the return rate has been very successful. On my own, no raids, the other day I peaked at 29.
Let's go.
That's insane. And then so we're like on average peak, we're just averaging around 17 to 22.
Yeah.
And I've told my chat my goal is to average 30 by the end of the summer.
You got that in the bag.
I think it's very possible, and I
know it's possible, bro. I know it's possible for you.
But if in the case it doesn't happen, it's still my end goal years to genuinely break through that 10 to 15 average and just get that community even stronger.
Yep.
But that's something I would tell for you is find a way to give somebody a reason why they need to mess with you and a reason why they should come back.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not just words. Sometimes it's actions.
Yeah.
There's a dude named Hado that does a backflip every follow or a front flip every follow. Sometimes he does he'll jump off a trampoline he has in his room and then he'll dunk a ball and then he'll do a front flip. So it's like, because we're competing with Speed, High,
Playboy Max,
like we're Jason, like we're even the smaller ones like Yugi, Arky, Sawsky, like all these streamers that are coming up, we're still competing with them.
We are.
And even though they don't have to do what we got to do, they will give them a chance because that number on their name
numbers.
is higher.
Bigger number equals more important person. Yep.
Exactly.
That's just how it works.
So just giving a newer viewer a chance to have a reason to mess with you is the biggest advantage as a small creator we can get.
I like that advice.
What you said was stealing. It is okay in the way content creation is. If you're a person that wants to take an idea, like let's say mine or whoever, if you ask, I mean, you did your job, right?
Yeah.
It's always good to ask, but at the same time, it's okay to take as long as you do a spin. I will always say it's okay to take as long as you do a spin.
Like a rip and twist almost.
Yeah. Ludwig taught me that.
Yeah, steal like an artist, Ludwig, right? Yeah, dude, same. I love Ludwig, bro. I don't watch too much of his content, but like when he drops those gems, I mean, even the kind of trail off that, I mean, dude, I watch so much tips and tricks, right? And I've tried, dude, I mean, you could probably say the same thing. I've tried a million different things. And to kind of like bring back a parallel with, like being at the height, funny enough, my biggest time streaming, when I was at like I think I was at 407 followers. I remember this. I came up with this idea to create a roleplay character in Farming Sim. So a lot of my diehard viewers now, I'm probably going to see the chat here in a second, and they're going to be going crazy. But I used to play a character. I'd be talking like this the whole time, buddy, man. I tell you one thing, buddy. We had a great old time on the farm. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So I created this character. I had the whole outfit, overalls, flannel, I had a John Deere hat, all this stuff, right? And my average viewership at 400 followers was like 33. My peaks would be around like 40, 50. And at some point, I was streaming every single day, right? Funny enough, I actually like hurt my back and was out on disability from work. So I came up with this idea, this concept, and I went all in on it. I streamed every day for like 4 to 6 hours. I would have like this massive wave of new followers, everything. I went from 407 followers to, I think at the time it was like 790-ish in like 3 weeks. I had so many new eyes, right? It was crazy. And I was averaging up really high. And then I stopped doing it. And this was the first time I realized in this streaming world that you attract people for a very specific reason to kind of like, you know, slam dunk what you just kind of threw up here.
Yeah.
I gave somebody a reason, right, to watch me. And then I ripped it away. And I watched my average viewership go from 33 to like 7. Like overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some other factors. Like I went back to work. I didn't stream as much, but I stopped playing Farming Sim because I got so tired of playing the character every single day. And dude, I feel that like up and down wave that you're kind of like talking about here when it comes to like this industry. Man, I just like I had to like tell you that because it's like I've went through like very similar situations that you have as well. You know? Yeah,
it is. Streaming is just a constant roller coaster.
Yep.
Like I so feel you on just watching it tank, and watching it tank is the worst feeling ever because it's like you just realize that you messed up, and genuinely it's so hard to get a second chance.
Dude,
it's so hard to get a second chance. But at the same time, it's not impossible because as a smaller streamer, you can easily rebrand.
Yep.
You can 100%. So easily rebrand. Like let's say Lacey tries to rebrand. That's a whole different.
Yeah.
That's
a
way
beast.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now you got eyes on you. Let's say what he did is so bad people now hate him. Now you got eyes on you. Anything you do. Actually, let's use Aiden Ross for example.
Sure.
Aiden Ross, he's trying to better himself, and I think he's doing a decent job. Obviously, he slips up here and there.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
He
definitely one of the goats of streaming.
Yeah. Honestly. Side note, my biggest, like, the people that inspire me with streaming is obviously Aiden Ross, because that's who I first actually started watching. It wasn't Kai, it wasn't anything, it was Aiden Ross. Then it was Kai Cenat. Bruce dropped him off.
Bruce.
Bruce taught me a lot. Bruce genuinely taught me a lot, and Bruce taught me to... I was always a person when I did Apex and Rocket League. Like I didn't know Poggers or WNL. I had no clue about that.
The two sides of Twitch.
Ross. But yeah, I didn't know there was two sides.
So yeah.
And I was always trying to be like nice and genuine when people come in. It's like I am nice and genuine, but it felt like I was just pushing it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, when people come in the chat and they be overly talking, like they be talking to you like we just cracked open a beer, like relax. And it's like
people get very personal in Twitch chats. Yeah, people get way too personal.
But at the same time, there's a difference between talking to chat, and then there's a difference between you are taking away from the content.
100%.
So he taught me that. He taught me it's okay to tell somebody to shut the hell up.
Or
it's
chill.
Okay to like. It's okay to do that because at the same time, it's your community. You build it however you want to build it.
Yes, sir.
If you build it in a point of like, let's say Aiden Ross, you build it like Aiden Ross community. That's what you have. You have the AR loyals. That's how they act.
Yep.
So it's just how you want to build that calm. But that's what Bruce taught me. And then Agent is probably. I've been watching Agent since 2016 for like from 2K days. I genuinely have. And
2K brought up so many content creators, bro. Oh my gosh. We missed that wave, bro. Dude, for real.
I was trying to get an Elgato. I was trying to get everything.
Dude.
My mom was saying no.
Dude, facts, man.
Like, just every single time. Oh my gosh, trying to join FaZe, like it was...
Dude, same, bro. Dude, when they were giving contracts to everybody, it was like, all right, how do we do this? How do I get big enough? How many more viewers can I get to be in FaZe? Dude, bro, man, I played Fortnite trying to get in the FaZe, bro. OG days,
everything. Like, it was just, even when FaZe was in the bad era, I still wanted to join.
Everybody,
I didn't want to join for the reason why people were joining. I want to join because of the OGs. Like, dude, I genuinely
the rise of FaZe again, and then just seeing Adapt bring like all this type of like all the OG viewers, right? Like, I feel this is kind of how I feel about FaZe now. And I know we're kind of trailing off here, but with FaZe, I feel like all the guys that watch like the OG, like the New York house, right? All the guys are watching Tico, like everybody watching Tfue. I mean, FaZe Banks vlogs, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Quicks, even going further back with like the OG quickscoping. I feel like FaZe Adapt with what he's done with like the new gen, like the new generation of FaZe with Blackboy Max, Lacey, Jason, all these guys, right? I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was a hater at first. I was like, "Who the fuck are these guys?" Because I've never heard of these guys before. I've heard of Ronaldo, right? But I didn't know any of these guys. And then as I'm like watching the content, watching the clip farming, watching them just kind of like do their thing and bring in this like new wave of FaZe, it's like, man. I mean, I'm old, bro. I'm definitely like an older streamer. I'm 28, you know, and I'm like seeing this. I'm like, okay, I get it. This is for like a new audience because the generations change. Like, I watch quickscoping. I watch like OG vlogs, right? Yeah. And then it changes. And I respect what they've done with FaZe so much, as well as like having FaZe Adapt come in and then just kind of like hold the community down as like it's growing with these new guys. Like, so much respect, dude. FaZe Banks knows what he's doing. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
100%. 100% he knows what he's doing. Like, so like you're not even old. Like, that's like, you know what, that's the craziest thing is the person that inspires me the most is Agent Double O, whatever you want to call him. I don't know if you know him or watch him.
I've definitely seen Agent. Yeah, 100%.
If you want to genuinely figure out a way how to incorporate, obviously, like your age and energy and everything into your stream, that would be my number one recommendation. Because genuinely, him, Senna, and all the people that are older, because Agent didn't get his flowers till like, I will always say this, till 2 years ago. He got his YouTube flowers, but streaming flowers, no. Nothing. Because he was always like, oh, he's an AMP, Kai Cenat. But Agent was still always a good streamer. He's just now getting his flowers. And he just hit top 5 on Twitch. Like, that's insane.
Huge.
And so, I always love like watching Agent streams, but it also tells me, because there's so many young people now starting at 16, 15, whatever it is on streaming, and then
they have time, you know?
they have time. They have crazy ideas. They can do whatever.
They're relatable, 100%.
Exactly. So it's like they'll grow fast. They'll grow really quick, but Agent and all the older people still make it very possible, because it's like, you just got to put in time, hours, and you just got to stay dedicated. And it doesn't really, there's no clock. There's never an age limit to what you want to do.
That's facts.
At all in the streaming world. But communities will make you feel like there's an age clock. Yeah. And that's where it sucks.
Man. So, and I resonate with that, bro. Trust me, like I've been streaming like heavy since like 2020. And it's been a slow burn for me. And what I've kind of realized, and this is what I want to ask you, is like my takeaways have always been consistency. My takeaways has always been, you have to try things, and then when they work, you got to stick with them to grow the community that you want. Because a lot of the times that I've been streaming, I was doing things that everybody else was doing that I didn't really care, because I was like, oh, this is how you grow. And then I kind of found myself probably, I would say, in the last like year and a half, with having that whole high of being like, okay, I think I might be able to make it with farming sim. I hate this now. I'm tired of it. To then going back down and then having this growth. I mean, now it's like every time I turn on my stream, I got 10 people. You know what I'm saying? Which is such a blessing. Yeah. And at first I was like, man, this is like, how do I get back up there, right? You got to have that grind. But everything I've done so far is I've been building this community and doing the things that I want to do, that I'm passionate about. And if I only grow myself to 50 viewers, right? Let's say I get an average CCV of 50 viewers, but I'm doing everything that I want to do, that I'm happy with, and I like feel like I'm putting myself into this world, then I think like I can be okay with that. Do I have greater ambitions? Of course. But that's kind of like what I've realized. And I think that just it's like your streaming maturity, you know? Like you were kind of talking about earlier. I mean, the views fucked with me for a long time. And then now I just like, all right, if I got one viewer, all right, what new shit can I do today to see if I can get some new viewers, right? So,
Yeah.
and that's what I just want to like kind of parallel and throw one over to you is what are your takeaways with streaming, man? Like, what have you learned? What are your like your big 5 takeaways? If you don't got 5, you got 3, right?
Oh man. Man.
I know I'm throwing one at you, but I'd love to hear your takeaways.
Biggest takeaways. I mean, for me, I don't have a schedule. Just go live every day.
Yeah.
Literally, doesn't matter how long. Doesn't matter if it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. Go live every day. Put as much effort and energy as you can into that stream. You don't got to stream long. So I'll say stream every day. Try to go live if you can't do every day, try to go live as much as you can in a week. Energy is big. Energy is huge.
You get back what you put in.
Yeah, you need to be able to be vulnerable and understand people will attack you, but your vulnerability will actually take you way further than you think it will.
Yeah, trust. I know that one for a fact.
Because the internet loves to feed off of your vulnerability.
Yep.
So you have to understand that in order to get to where you want to go. Obviously collaborations. What else? Because there's a lot. There's a lot of things. Oh, personal for me is I actually have this doc. But there's something on it that I put where it was stop going live with outside emotions attached. And I think that's a big one. I think that's a huge one because with me, I could have a bad day at work. I could have a disagreement with my mom when I was living with my mom, or me and my girlfriend are going through something.
Yeah.
But I'm a person that wears my emotions on my sleeves, and I would go live.
I relate
people would
so
understand. They would feel it, and so you would have a bad stream. So I had to genuinely condition myself to just put everything aside. And during that time, if I let's say I had to go live at 7 p.m., but if I was not mentally there at 7 p.m., I would wait. I would constantly wait until that mental was there.
Get yourself in that headspace.
Yeah.
Clock in mentality.
So I feel like I wouldn't say mastered it, but I've gotten a lot better at it.
Yeah.
And obviously we're human. We have days where we're just like, especially streaming every day, you have those days.
Oh yeah.
But
100%.
It was very it was so often way back like in 2022 and just like the beginning of 2024. But I think that was my takeaways is just don't bring anything, because that's a big one. Do not bring anything outside off stream to stream, because it doesn't matter how big you are, there's clips. People will clip it. It will haunt you.
Trust me, I know. I'll say something funny. There's a few people in the community that know this. So, like I was telling you before, I donate 100% of all the revenue that I make from streaming, because like I have a really good job and I make a lot of money, and I don't need the money from Twitch. I think it could go somewhere better. Until I can transition full time, I really want to donate all my money, right? So I donate everything to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. There is this one day we got insane sub goal. We hit 200 subs. It was the first time I ever hit 200 subs. And
that's good.
I had this insane speech, and at the end of it, I said, fuck kids with cancer but I was trying to say fuck cancer, like just in general. Dude, that shit haunts me every day. I'm not joking. There's people that bring it up. One of my mods brings it up when we get like a huge donation goal. And like I was so passionate. I'm just like, fuck kids with cancer.
Yeah. How do I tell you you're cooked?
Dude, I'm in the frying pan, bro. Yeah. But I addressed and I was like, I didn't mean to say that. Like, sorry guys, like fuck cancer, like kids with cancer, like I'm whatever. Yeah. But like, dude, I resonate with that so hard. And just to kind of like go back to what you're talking about, just like that clock-in mentality. I feel like I've always been really good with it, and this might be some advice to you that might help. For me, I've been struggling to find like my way in my life for such a long time. I've tried so many things, bro. I've had a very, very quick life with an amazing, blessed opportunity as well as adversity. And I kind of finally found my thing. And this is why I love streaming and content creation so much, because I feel so invested. I feel like it's me. I feel like it's a part of my life. So I've developed this attitude when every time I hit that go live button, I have like my waiting screen. It's 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 5, but most of the time it's 10 minutes. I sit here in front of my screen, and that is like the time that I sit quiet, and I try not to talk. I'll chat sometimes, but I sit here and I'm like, this is what I want to do. This is like my life, and it's time to be the best entertainer I can possible. I give myself a lot of like positive affirmations. And what I've realized with it is I've been able to essentially like completely forget about everything, because the only thing I'm thinking about is streaming, because this is what I want to do. I love this shit so much. I genuinely look forward to every stream I do. Even like my motivation Mondays when I have to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. I used to hate it. I was just like, I'm just doing this for views. Yeah. But then it turned into this something where it's like, dude, I can't wait to like help people. I can't wait to motivate people to be better. And I've developed this attitude. It's like, this is like, in a lack of a better term, this is like my safe spot. This is like me. This is where I feel like I'm the most me. Because we all have these faces, right? We all have these faces we got to put on at work. We got our work face. We got our talking with my girlfriend face. We got this, we got that. And when I'm streaming, I feel like I'm just genuinely me. So when I hit that live button, it's like, this is me. I get to finally be my true self today, you know? So I don't know if that helps you at all, but that's just kind of like how I feel about it.
No, I mean, genuinely, that's how I feel. Like, I I work in the office, this or that, it's whatever. But you know, my boss was telling me the other day, he's like, you don't give off enough of, you don't give off a lot of emotion. You don't do this, like, you're not very like an emotional person. And I had my brain, I was like, what? Like, what? I was like, you know what?
He's coming out of some pockets here, bro.
Yeah, it clicked, because I was like, why would I show you why would I show my job, my side that is my streaming side or my emotion side, when I'm just coming in here to do my job and then just go home and genuinely do what I really want to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my streaming is, because I even like, some people ask me, how do you stream so much? How do you stream every day with a girlfriend? How do you manage that? And I tell them, you really got to be upfront. And I told my girlfriend at the time when I met her, I was streaming before I met her. So it's like, I always told her the streaming will always come first. But I said, it doesn't mean that I don't care about you, but that's just how it is for me, because it means so much to me. And so it's like, she knows that. And she's in the chat every day. She's always watching. She's always doing whatever. So she's the #1 supporter.
I love that, bro. I love that.
But at the same time, if you told a girl that and they did not like that,
she's not for you,
then that's fine. That's fine. Exactly.
100%.
Just move on and keep working towards your goal, because you don't ever want a girl in your life to stop you for like trying to reach your goals and reach your dreams. And I know girls that it's like that. I met them in the past where it's like, oh, you don't really got to do this that day. You don't really got to. It's like, I mean, so what? At the time, I was streaming with 2 people in my chat. It's something I wanted to do. So it's like, you know, but now it's bigger than that. And my girlfriend's seeing it grow in front of her eyes. So she's just like,
truly blessed, bro.
You
got a partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. I've always said this with so many people have asked relationship advice on the stream, and I'm just like, you got to find somebody that wants to grow with you, not grow against
100%.
you. Right? And it's really hard to find people that align with your goals, but that's like the beauty of life, man. You get your entire life to find the person that's going to like support you in your endeavors and understand like what's important to you, and you understand what's important to her, him, you know, whoever it may be. And I think that's just like, that's like the beauty of it. And dude, I mean, congrats, man. I love that you found somebody that is like ride or die with you. That's so cool.
Thank you. What else was I about to? There was one. Nah, I don't even remember anymore. I don't even remember.
We could parlay if you want.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah. Cool, man. I guess, I mean, I and we're kind of running out of time here. I know you said you're trying to stream around that 9:30 mark, so we'll talk for a little bit longer here. But just to get some more things in. So on here, I wanted to kind of ask you too, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want, because it's somewhat personal. But I've heard you talk about on your stream about the relationship you've lost because of this, right? And
yeah,
I mean, I've had very similar things. I mean, I didn't start streaming until I was around 24, right? So I've been streaming for about 4 years. And when I first started doing that, man, did I get cooked. I got cooked by people I thought were my friends. You know what I'm saying? I got people like, damn, like, he's doing this now. Oh, he's never going to make it. Like, I lost so many friends, bro. I'm so blessed to have, like, I have like 3 best friends, bro. People that are like what I consider of highest value in my life. And they're always in my stream. They're always supporting everything I do. And I'm like, I'm so blessed, bro. I'm so blessed to be able to have these people in my life. But if you want, like, what's kind of been going on with you? Like, what's kind of happened with your career so far? Have you lost a lot of people? Have you had to just be like cutting people off because they just don't see the vision?
Yeah. I mean, I could talk about this because I mean, it's like, it's not, I'm always like with my I'm very open to things. I've lost like, pretty much everybody from high school.
Yeah.
College, I didn't really keep up with people from college because I don't know. It's like you can kind of tell when people don't have your same interests. So it's like, why would I like, and especially I'm a person that doesn't reach out. Like I will keep doing what I'm doing and I won't think much of it. Yeah. But maybe the person on the other side may think that I'm ignoring them on purpose. Yeah. But that's not the case. I'm just a person that
people get in their heads
always trying to go forward. Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite, bro. I put like my life into my friends, bro. I'm always asking how people are doing, if they need any help. Like I'm always there for my friends. And that's just how I am. But continue. I don't want to cut you off here.
But the kind of when I started realizing like I was losing those people was when I started streaming more, like kind of when I came back to streaming in 2024, because I just started streaming, especially those in July. I started streaming every day. I couldn't sit in Discord with them no more because I'm trying to grow my community.
Yeah, you can't. Sometimes it's like if they're not bought into the process of trying to be a content creator, you just can't stream with them because they ruin the vibe of the stream.
They ruin it. They bring up personal stuff that just isn't like. They won't even call you under your alias. They just
accidentally dox you.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, I cannot. Like streaming and IRL, it has to be separate.
It's got to be separate.
But there was this like dude from high school. He has a kid. He's doing his thing, but we just kind of we don't connect no more because what we had in common in high school is totally different from now. And he likes the gym. He likes doing all this stuff. He went to the army, all this other stuff. Kid, I'm just bro. I played college football. I did my thing. I'm streaming.
Hey, me too. Yo, that's crazy.
Job. So it's like. I don't like. We just don't have anything in common. Our fallout was okay. Like all the fallouts have been mutual. Nothing has been angry. Yeah. But the one that kind of hurts though is my best friend from 4th grade, and we've been friends. We've been playing a game. We've been talking since then. Even when I moved away and everything like that. Since I was a kid, he always clowned when I would try to do YouTube, because I've been trying to do YouTube since I was 12.
Dude, so many parallels, bro.
YouTube, YouTube video ideas. We tried to do Minecraft things. It was just like nothing, and I would try to recreate channels, do this or that, and so it would annoy me. Obviously, it's gonna annoy anybody. Yeah. But as I wanted to stream, he was the only person that would come in my chat and purposely say, "You're talking to nobody. Why are you talking? You have 0 people in here. Why are you talking? You're still streaming to 0 people. Why are you you're not growing?" One that stuck out the most was, "These are still the same people from 4 months ago. You're not growing." Mind you, supposed to be my best friend. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go out of my way to talk to him over the phone. I'm not gonna do anything off stream because at that point, you're just disrespecting me, and you're disrespecting my entire vision, art, and creativity, and it's honestly just it's annoying.
It doesn't have your best interest in mind.
Exactly, and especially like I've been there for you, you've been there for me, etc. But you can't be there for me on something that I'm genuinely passionate about. It blows my mind. So I keep tabs of that. I understand that he just can't be around for the content portion. And he comes in my chat from time to time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you know, what's going on? How you doing? You know, typical convo. But he has my number. He has my phone number. But he uses that chat time every couple of months to ask me personal stuff in my own chat. Like, and I'm like, what? Bro, are you okay?
Yeah,
and
that's a ban offense, bro.
like, I'm like, so I'm just like, bro, you're bugging. But you know, what I think was kind of solidifying our fallout is the decision I made recently. And I bought my DreamCon tickets last year, and
let's go.
That's something that I want to do. It's something that so I can meet creators and all of this stuff, provide more content to my community. And as soon as I buy him, a month later, he tells me, by the way, friends since 4th grade, he finally this just gets deep. He broke up, him and his girlfriend broke up. I think his girlfriend cheated. They were dating for 5 years or something like that. Then I told him to focus on himself. Please focus on yourself. Do your thing. Hit the gym. Just do you, because he also works in IT. He's like cybersecurity, so he has money. So I said, please just focus on yourself. He didn't listen. He got in a relationship, I think 2 months later. I never met this girl. Best friends in 4th grade. Never met this girl. 2 years and 2.5 years later, he tells me he's getting married. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, this is really what you want to do? I said, okay, that's cool. And DreamCon is at the end of May and beginning of June. So I said, when is the wedding? Because my financial situation at that time was bad. I was fighting tooth and nail just to pay these bills because you know, my girlfriend's job, they weren't like giving her enough hours and yada yada yada. She wasn't communicating, whatever. So it's like I have the money to pay for this apartment on my own, but when I get that last minute, it shifts everything. So I had to deal with that. Obviously, you know, people have debts and things like that. So it's all just life. So
life being life.
So when he told me, he was like, oh, it might be sometime in May. Didn't give me a hard date though. So I said, okay, I bought DreamCon tickets in May. And I said, that is the most important thing to me, genuinely. I said, I wanted to go last year. I couldn't go. I missed the deadline. And I said, this year I'm making it I'm going to go. Like,
you're going to make it happen.
Number one thing to go. Exactly. Because I said, if I want to grow my business or potentially have a potential at doing anything, DreamCon is where I need to go, because that's a risk. That to me is a risk of something that I need to get out of my comfort zone to go do. And he was like, oh yeah, okay. But I never, mind you, when he told me his wedding is in May, I didn't get an invite. I never got an invite.
Like, save the date or
I know
nothing.
we're friends. Yeah, I know we're friends, but I never got an official invite. I don't know where it's at. Like, you told me it's going to be in LA. Okay. I don't know where in LA. I don't know what day. And I don't know anything. I don't know the cover scheme. I don't know anything. So he finally tells me in March. It was like April or March. And I told him, he was like, yeah, it's going to be May 26th or something like that. And I was like, I can't go. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't go. And it's generally because buying a plane ticket to go to LA, $400. Uber to where my B&B is, that's more money for a B&B or a hotel.
Crazy expensive.
But I'm going to be there for like 3 or 4 days. And then after that, I have to buy a plane ticket to go to Houston for DreamCon, where I got to spend $1,400 plus for a hotel room or Airbnb. and then I gotta go back home. Well, also I got to make sure I have to pay my apartment bill on the first.
Bills, life, dude.
I said I can't do that. I said I genuinely have to. It's one or the other. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. If you gave me an invite, if you told me all the information from the get-go, I probably would have chose the wedding, genuinely. Yeah. But the fact that you waited last minute to tell me, and you just like didn't care. You didn't care about anything. You just told me, and then that was that. And you left me dry for months. And I even asked him in the process. I said, any word on the wedding? He said no. His mom then contacts me. Oh, we would love to have you, your family, this or that. And it's like, it's almost like a guilt trip text. And I was like, I said, I have something way bigger on my plate. I said, my streaming has gone very well. So I'm like, there's genuinely it's like a no-brainer to me. It's genuinely like a no-brainer to me. And that's the risk. And that is a huge risk that I'm willing to take.
Yeah, you genuinely. Have to, and that's the thing. If you want to make it in this, it's like, I mean, we talked about this last year. I was like dead set on going to TwitchCon. It just didn't work out for me. But like, I get that so hard, man. I'm sorry, bro. That's such a tough decision, bro.
Yeah, that was, and obviously I'm gonna have people around me that are not gonna understand what I'm saying. Exactly. My mom was trying to be the benefit. She was trying to understand, but she was just more of like, that's your best friend, this or that, until I told her my reasonings on why, which was the making fun of what I'm trying to do, not supporting whatever. I said, that's cool and all, but I said, why would I go show support if you can't show support in something that I'm passionate about?
Why show up when when he hasn't showed up for you? Oh,
so it's like, but at the same time, my pops passed in 2021.
Sorry to hear that, brother. My condolences.
No, it's all right. I'm chilling. But his pops passed 2023 or 2023 or 2024. I can't remember. But I think it was 2023. But I was there for him for that. So it's like, you were there for me for that. I was there for you for yours. And so it's like, we have each other, but it's like, when it comes to something that isn't IRL, you just like, you don't know how to accept it. So
I get that, bro.
Yeah, I had to make the decision. And my mom understands. Everybody I feel like understands but them. But I mean, it's not really for them to understand.
Exactly. The only person that needs to make sense is you, and that's facts. And that's the thing. That's a fucking tough decision, brother. That's not easy. But if there's a few group of people that would understand that, like, I'm definitely a part of it, because I get that, bro. The amount of things I've had to sacrifice to like do this. I mean, I've been sober for 5 years. I don't drink no more. I don't go out to the bars. I don't hang out like in a traditional sense with a lot of my friends from college and high school and stuff like that. And I mean, I lost a bunch of friends after that. I mean, even just kind of like going back to, just like how we've lost people. Man, I've had people from like college, bro. Like, I also played college football, bro. That's supposed to be like a family, right? Like, the people you play with, that's like a brotherhood. I had some of my so-called friends opening up my stream at a bar, making fun of me on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Making like a whole group of them making fun of me, saying like, "Oh, you're not gonna make it." Like, "Yo, L streamer, who you talking to?" Shit like that. I totally get that, man. I totally get that, bro. And it sucks. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. But at the same time, bro, like, fuck them.
But that's genuinely why I'm very delusional at what I've been doing.
It's motivating.
Like, I genuinely hope in a year or in 2 years, me, my community, your community can just literally watch this video and just look back at from where I was, from where you were, and to where we will be then.
Exactly, dude.
Because I genuinely, like, Black Boy Max, Kai, Agent, I genuinely have that's what I wholeheartedly believe is where I will be able to stream with them or be able to meet with them at some point.
I remember you were talking about on your stream. And that's the thing, you're putting it out there, bro. You're like, I'm gonna stream with Kai Cenat one day. And the thing is, bro, it's not even giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm so big with somebody trying to do something bigger than themselves, bro. And when you say that, bro, I 100% believe that you're going to do it. I see the work you put into your streams. I see the content grind. I see everything that you're trying. It's just like, there's very few people I've seen, especially at our level, right? Like in the 1,000 follower, 10 to 15 to 20 average viewer mark, that really put in as much as you've put in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like we can all say we can do more. And for sure, I can 100% do more with my streams, man. And that's why I started doing stuff like this. And when you say that, bro, like that motivates me so much. Like to look at this video, like we're going to have this video on YouTube. And a year from now, bro, a year from now, when we're at like 100,000 followers, we're averaging like 1,000 viewers, like keep going up, you know, shooting for the stars, hit the moon type shit. Like that shit motivates me so much because I see the passion in you. I see the energy. I see everything that you've like started to build. And like, I believe you, bro, 100%. Like if there's somebody, like I use this term all the time, just you're a football guy. I'm on the bleachers, bro. I'm cheering you on. I'm on the sideline, dude. Like 100%. Like I believe you 100%, bro. I really do. You got something, bro. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think I don't know. I'm just still trying to stay humble because they're like, obviously with Delusion, you still need to be a genuine human. You still gotta understand 100%. That even though there's still a possibility that it just won't happen, but at the same time, if it fails, you're gonna see me fail at 110%.
100%.
And at that point, you know, people can't like, because it's always one thing where like, especially with football, you see a lot of good players come in from JUCO or whatever, and they have so much good talent, but they don't put in enough effort.
They don't have they don't have the grind. They don't have that like dog mentality. Like
exactly. But once they leave, they're known as just a waste of talent.
Yep.
Versus a third string or second string that has a lot of talent and they grind every single day. They do everything right. They may get that perfect spotlight their senior year, junior, senior year of college football. Who knows? They may never. But at the same time, your legacy will be known way more because you don't have to be first string. You don't have to be Coxnat to be a leader. You don't have to be any of that. You can be yourself to still be a leader for whoever. And it doesn't matter how many people you lead, as long as you lead people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the right direction.
Yeah.
Those people will take what you inspired them with and will spread it.
Exactly.
And that's just the beautiful thing that I enjoy with streaming.
Yeah, same thing, man. I say this all the time, bro. Positivity is just as contagious as negativity. I say this all the time, man. Yeah. You do one thing right by somebody, they might in turn go do one thing right by somebody else. And it's a chain reaction that could literally change this outlook of this whole ordeal, this whole community, this whole Twitch environment, this whole streaming environment. And like when you say that, like, I mean, the grind, right? Potential is just unused talent. And I believe that so hard until you show people, right, that you're doing the work. And when there's nobody watching you, you're putting in the work is what makes champions, you know? And I've lived my life by that, bro. Like, I mean, even our communities, you'll eventually see, you know what I'm saying? They probably might not see it now, but the amount of work we're putting in to what we're trying to do with our business, with our brand, with our community, with our stream and everything. Yeah. Like, is unreal. Like, most people don't do it, and that's why they're not where we want to be, right? And that's why they don't see the vision, right? So like I resonate with that so much, bro. And like I said, man, I 100% believe in you. I think you're gonna do some really awesome stuff in this streaming world. And
thank you.
You know, obviously you got me as a connect, brother. Like if you ever need anything, you know, I obviously, like, we don't know each other that well, right? But when I say something, I mean it. 110%. If you ever need anything from me, I'll be there if you need it, bro. Honestly, 110%. We're kind of missing on that time, so I know you want to get streaming here soon. But
I mean, it's cool. I told my goobers, I'm gonna be live late. I didn't give him a time because I didn't know like your time limit or anything, and then if it was just like if you wanted to keep talking, I was free
for sure.
So. Yeah,
I tried to like split it in the middle, you know, like I tried to shoot for like an hour and a half. I feel like we're having a great conversation, so like we can probably go a little bit longer because I do have a few more things for you. But I mean, you've told us all your positives. You told us your negatives. We've had the adversity moments. We've had all these things that you've kind of built into the person you are in this career. What do you got going on for the future? What are some things you got planning that you not everybody might know? What are some things like you're looking to do? What are some things we can look forward to ItzRaggyy doing?
Oh man. To be honest, it's probably not going to be the answer you think it is.
For sure.
Me thinking about the future with streaming honestly stresses me out. Because it's crazy because if you can do it in the real world business, whatever, you can think about the future and you can be okay because it can genuinely, you can structure from the top to bottom of how you want to get there. Streaming is not the case because it changes so drastically daily, weekly, and monthly to the point where if I fantasize on how I'm going to get to the top, it will change. And then I will just constantly keep beating myself over and over and over again, trying to figure out that blueprint, because that blueprint genuinely doesn't exist. That blueprint is everyone has a mystery blueprint, and you will never know what that blueprint is to get you to that point, and you may never touch it. So it's just more of like I don't really plan for the future. I just try to live in the moment of what I have now, because
I love that.
That is telling me where I'm going. Because I'm gonna be very honest. Beginning of this year to last year, I lived in the moment, and it taught me a whole lot of what I don't want to do. And now what I'm doing now is teaching me a lot more, and it's pushing me in the right direction with connections and with just everything possible. And so it's more of like, don't stop what I'm doing, keep doing what I'm doing, and keep adding on to it. Because if I do the future thing, I'm not going to understand what I'm doing now. And I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. And I'm going to do something that I may not be ready for. Like, I might bring a donkey to the crib. But it's like, I'm bringing a donkey to the crib, but I'm just like, I got 15 viewers. So it's like, who's going to see that? So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like planning for that future in the content space is honestly, you kind of hurt yourself, especially if you spend way too much time in that space. So yeah, with me, I don't have obviously told you the 1,000,
of course,
the leaderboard. That's kind of my future, is where my goal. But how I'm gonna get there is a mystery. It's genuinely a mystery.
I love that old saying, right? Tomorrow's a mystery, yesterday's forgotten, today's a present. That's why it's a gift, right? I totally resonate with that, man. I definitely try to do that. I'm such like a structured planner, and I always try to like plan things that I feel like the community would like. And you know, like you said, just take the risk, try shit, see what happens. You never know what's gonna happen. If you had any advice to give to anybody that's an up and coming streamer, somebody that's just getting started, somebody that's nervous to start, what advice would you give them?
Just go live. Honestly, you'd be so surprised how many streamers I talk to. The number one struggle is them hitting the live button. It's the number one struggle of them hitting the live button. Outside of just that cliche answer, really, it's like, here goes another cliche answer. Have fun. Genuinely have fun, because I know you said that you try to plan in your structure. I'm the same way. For 80 days or 70 days, I planned every single day. Absolutely draining. But where I've seen the most progress is not planning. Because I'm now coming on stream, and I'm leveraging my chat's energy to my energy, which then brings an entire different ballpark and playing field of what you can do as a streamer. So I say, as an upcoming streamer, doesn't matter if you have 1, 0, 4, 5, doesn't matter how many people you have. Try to leverage the chat's energy into your own energy. That way it becomes more of a community and personal. Because nobody and nobody's gonna want to sit there and watch you, like, not you, but nobody's gonna like want to sit and watch a new streamer play a game almost, but also nobody's gonna watch a new streamer bring a snake to the crib. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you have to find that balance of what can you do that's in your own lane, budget, and things of that nature to bring in people without trying to be Ada Ross, Kai, or whoever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too worried about finding a niche right away, because that niche will find you.
Yep.
Whether if you find it instantly, great.
Yeah. Good RNG.
A lot of people don't find that niche. Yep. I'm be honest with you, I my niche is just yapping. I'm genuinely honest with you.
I'm still trying to find mine.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, you have you actually have your niche though. Like whether if you think you have it or not, your Motivation Mondays and just what you build your community on is genuinely your niche, because not a lot of people do this on Twitch. So it's like, and that's the hard part about streaming, is sometimes you get blinded by your own success to where you can't even see what you're doing. So I want to give you your flowers. Yeah, I want to give you your flowers because you do have a niche. You have a unique niche.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But I mean, that's what I'm saying with new streamers. And honestly, don't stream long for new streamers. Clip farm. I mean, it's sad. That's what it is. But
it's the meta.
Clip farm. Stream an hour. Yeah, stream an hour to 2 hours, and you need to get clips. You have to get clips.
And I want to piggyback off that, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What I've realized too is I feel like everybody has these like grandiose ideas of like, I'm gonna go live, I'm gonna be the next biggest thing, right? I feel like it's just in entertainment in general. Whether you're an actor, whether you're a rapper, whether you're a content creator. What I've realized is those long streams, when you're streaming like 6 hours, you're not gonna be right at the start, right? You are not going to be entertaining. And that's just the hard truth. Like some people have it, right? Some people just have it and they bloom. But those are not like regular people, right? Those are people that were meant to do this. So if you are a new streamer, just like he's saying, don't stream long. You need to put every single bit of energy, entertainment, everything you got into like an hour. Because when you try to do that for 6 hours, you're gonna get tired. You're not gonna know what to say. You're going to get quiet, and that is the death of a small streamer. When you just sit there and play a game and are quiet because you like burned out all of your energy, the chat feels that too. Like we talked about this earlier. XQC says this shit all the time. You have to give the energy to receive the energy back, right? Like with Raggyy. When he gets on that stream, he's like ready to go, right? Dude, like you're mad entertaining. Like you got mad energy.
Thank you.
I love that shit, dude. Like when you start the stream, I'm like sitting there like, yo, I gotta step my game up. You know what I'm saying? Like you got that energy, and you also don't stream that long, right? So if you need to stream, that's like what you want to do. That's like what you feel like is your life. Like he said, don't stream long. Put everything you got into like an hour. If you do a good hour and you get some good feedback, try it again, and then build your way up to just being an entertainer. So,
yeah, I do want to say this because it's like even though you are streaming for that hour to 2 hours, that feedback, some people might think it's instant because it's very short, and you know, it's not. It honestly is not. And the only reason why it was kind of instant for me is because I went from long to short, so I had a community also as well.
You had that understanding already.
Yeah. And just watching people, you have to watch smaller creators to understand what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and just kind of piecing together. But the big thing, what was I gonna say? The reason why you stream short, and the reason why I come on with a lot of energy is because I want to make sure people leave my stream wanting to come back. I need to give somebody a reason on why they should tune in tomorrow, on why they should tune in the next day, or why they should tune in for the remainder of the time. Because if let's say you ask me for horror games, like my chat wanted horror games yesterday, you're not getting it. And another reason why is you can't give your chat everything all the time.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because if you do that, sometimes your chat, and they don't mean to do it because they like watching you, but you can get put in a bubble with your own community because they kind of force you into a niche. Example, Queso. But he got the really good end of the stick.
Yeah, he did.
I'm be honest with you, he got the good end of the stick.
He did.
But his community really forced him in that bubble, but it worked out for him. But there's a lot of people, a lot of 2K players now that have been streaming 2K for years, and they won't ever get out of that bubble because their community forced him in that bubble. Clicks, for example, plays Fortnite. His community forced him in that bubble, and he loves playing Fortnite. But Clicks can be a really good streamer if he gets out of Fortnite. Jinxie, same thing.
Yep.
Jinxie was doing IRL streams with Breckie Hill, all this stuff. He was, oh my gosh, those streams were they were gems because it wasn't Siege, it wasn't gaming, and you can actually see him for what he was. But his community complained and forced him back into the R6 because the viewership was slightly going down. Like he was going from 100K average to around 80. That's still insane.
Yeah.
So
imagine losing 20,000 viewers.
Exactly. But as a small streamer, and what I've realized myself is you always have to stream for the future audience.
Yep.
You still need to do stuff for your core audience because, you also got to understand your core audience will be there, but you still need to maintain and entertain them.
A level of growth and new viewership.
Exactly.
Yep.
They will pick up on what you're trying to do, and they will either help you push or they will leave.
Yeah, they'll ride or die. There ain't no in between.
And for me, I've had people leave, but at the same time, they've left and I've gained a lot.
Yep.
So it's like, that's just a big thing with as small streamers is you just have to understand that is you can't give them everything. And that's just everybody's learned from Kai. Kai said himself, he's like, I'm not going to give y'all everything.
Yep.
He's like, y'all want this one day? Okay, I'll just give it to you guys in a month.
Yep.
And so it just works because it stays fresh.
Yeah.
Genuinely stays fresh.
I love that, bro. W advice, man. Massively, dude, W advice. I've been saying this for quite a while now that I've learned it, and not a lot of people understand that. Not a lot of people understand the ins and outs of being a small streamer, big streamer, whatever it is, right? Whatever level you're at, people don't really fully understand what this shit is, right? And it's cool to be able to kind of dive into this stuff with you. We're at kind of the time limit here. So what I want to do is I want to give you a quick couple minutes to just say whatever you want to say. Ask me whatever you want to ask and plug away, brother.
I feel like I said everything, to be honest, because actually, hold on. Somebody had a question for me. I know that because I saw the ping in the chat. I didn't read it, and I do want to answer him. He asked if you don't mind. Hold on. He said if I have a question for Raggyy, if there's a thing, what about naming conventions? Your name is very celebratory. It's me. Does that make people want to follow you? The bandwagon. Nah, I may not understand that question.
I didn't really understand that either. That's why I kind of skipped over it. Not Makari, I'm sorry. But I try to keep up with some of the questions that people asked and try to reiterate them. I did not understand that one at all.
I saw the ping and I was like, I'm gonna read this later, but I just not read that. Yeah, I'm so sorry, gang.
Yeah.
Gang. You can you could DM me though. I mean, whatever you were trying to ask, I don't know. But
I think it might have been a context. It might have been something we were talking about. It might have been a context.
Okay. But honestly, for people that have any type of dream, genuinely, whatever it is, please do not allow a 9-to-5 to suck you into the cold hard reality of what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. People that are in the 9-to-5 now, talking 50, 60, whatever, 40, whatever, they are genuinely stuck. That's what they grew up to do. That's what they want to do. If you have a dream, if you have some type of passion, doesn't matter how old you are, you can genuinely go chase that. Genuinely. There's going to be people that's going to tell you shouldn't do it because, you're this old, you need to act your age. That's not a thing. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what type of things people be on.
Facts.
But always chase something that you want because you genuinely got one life. You gotta do something because if you're not gonna chase a dream and you're just gonna be on the couch eating potato chips, you're gonna do whatever and you're just gonna sit there and complain, you didn't do your job. You at least want to take a crack at something that you want to accomplish, want to achieve, or just want to change a career path. If there's somebody in this chat that want to change their career path, do it. Take that leap. Take that risk. Worst case scenario is you don't like it. You can always go back. You can always go back and do things in life. That's the great thing about life. You can always retry. Don't go to jail though. That's bad. You can't retry. But
no regrets.
You can always retry something. Yeah, just don't regret anything and go forward. But
I love that, brother. It. That was a W speech, man. That was sick. That was some good motivation, bro. We gotta have you on Motivation Monday one of these days. I gotta figure out this stream together thing. You gotta do some Motivation Monday with me. I'm down. Awesome.
I'm down.
Well, I want to give it this time for you. Where can everybody find you at?
Twitch.tv, /ItzRaggyy, ItzRaggyy. Thank you. If you don't put that extra Y, somebody else is gonna come up. I think he's German. That's not me. That's not me. But yeah, that's my socials. ItzRaggyy all across the board is always my socials. I mean, YouTube, it's ItzRaggyy live. But once you find my Twitch or IG, you're gonna find everything else. But yeah, I stream every day, things like that. But,
I love that, brother. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed my time here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on today, man. I had a great time. I'm super happy I got to have this conversation with you. It was great to kind of get to know you, the journey and everything. I'm definitely going to be in the stream. Please make sure to give this man a follow. ItzRaggyy. You know where to find him. We're going to link this in the video. If you guys enjoyed the content, please make sure to give us a follow on all social medias. Please give me a subscribe. It helps with the channel. I appreciate everybody that got to this point of the video. Thank you so much. Thank you to Raggyy. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, brother. I 100% believe you're going to get to that 1,000, if not the 100, if not the top 10 of Twitch. I truly, truly believe in you, brother. I hope you have a great rest of your day, man. Thank you so much for coming on. And it's going to be great to collab with you in the future, my man.
Yes, sir. You too. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your stream.
You as well, brother.
Your chat, your community is also lovely. Shout out to them, genuinely.
I appreciate you, brother.
Shout out to them.
All right, my man. I think that's going to be it for it. I appreciate you, and have a great stream, bro.
All right, we'll do. You too.
Peace.